Hello there. This video is to give you some quick tips and tricks about logging. Just about every season has requirements for logging of subtype. This is a good example because it's easy to get logs from here. I'll show you. Close to the garage is a logging station where we have unlimited long and medium logs. So for medium logs, one of the really good trucks is the Aramatsu Forester. It's an excellent truck, gets through mud really well, and it can haul medium or short logs. And it can take a trailer. So let's get a logging trailer for it. We're going to go get logs, and we may as well have a logging trailer, so we have to make fewer trips. I'm going to go over to where the logs are, which is in the railroad station. I'll be right back. Here's where we pick up the logs. And when you have a logging truck like this, it's pretty simple. We can select the truck, the trailer, or the loading platform. So here we're going to load the truck with logs and the trailer. And then we could just head over to the farm. This Aramatsu, as I said, is a very good logging truck, but it struggles when it has to pull a full trailer like this. So it's going to be slow. In this road, it can barely get out of first gear. And we're coming up on some mud, so we're going to have to put it in low plus and turn on diff lock. By itself, it can get through any kind of mud, and it does it pretty quickly. But when it's pulling a loaded trailer, it's pretty slow. Let's talk about the trailer now. This logging trailer is the original one. I think it's been around since season 1. I'm going to show you one of the problems that it has. I didn't really want it to be quite this difficult. I went a little bit too far into the ditch. You think? Yeah, I do. I don't know if I can reach across and grab that other tree or not. Let's find out. Yep. I'll try to show you one of the problems with this trailer. Let's say you get into a jam like I did here. And once that trailer gets sideways, you lose the load. That's one of the problems with that trailer. Another one is that it tends to be unstable on really difficult terrain. Now, we still have all 3 logs in there, and you can see they all have green on them. That means they can be reloaded. All the logs are green, so we can pack them. So we get out of that without losing anything. That's good. This is a Plaid 450. It's a very powerful truck. Not only that, it's got a different trailer on it. This truck is very strong, and even pulling a trailer is going to move along pretty good. So this is where the Aramatsu is not such a good truck if you have to pull a logging trailer with it. There are lots of different trucks that you can set up for medium logging. So this way, you would only have to make 3 trips because we have medium logs in the truck, medium logs in the trailer, and we're heading for the farm where we need to deliver 6 loads. We have 2 right now. Next, I'll show you a video where I needed to deliver 8 loads of medium logs, and I did so in a different manner. I used a sideboard trailer and a crane, a logging crane. I'll show you that. The truck we're using for this is an Azov 73210, which is a very capable truck. It's outfitted with a logging crane, and we're pulling a sideboard semi-trailer. As we get to the logging station, we'll enable the crane and start loading logs into the trailer. I placed the trailer next to the truck for easy loading. I'm stacking 24 medium logs into this trailer, plus 1 spare, which is as much as it can carry. I need 24 because I'm doing 8 deliveries of medium logs. By the way, I lost a log twice on a muddy road on the way down, but I picked it up both times with the crane. I'm doing this on a modded map called Highway Haulin 2 by Remo667, which is really excellent. I have a separate playlist for this, and I'll put a link to Remo's channel in the comments. After backing the trailer into position, watch what happens. I need to get the logs onto the ground so I can use the crane to pick them up. I used to turn the trailer on its side, but somebody on Reddit said, why not just delete the trailer? Which works very well. Next, I position the 73-210 to be able to load the logs from the crane into a logging truck that will take the medium logs and deliver them to where they need to go. After a while, you can get pretty good with the crane. Doing it this way may be faster or not depending on the distance from the logging stations, but I like to do it for the challenge. We have to do 4 deliveries of 2 full trucks each. I'm opting not to use a trailer because of the narrow log road, which you will see. Doing it this way, I have the logs close to where I need them. I'm starting with the first truck and then changing to the second one in order to complete the first stage. This is a very long road made with logs. Here we are in the final stage, and I'm loading the 24th log onto the truck. With 3 logs placed correctly in the truck, you can pack it, and then you have a full load. You can see the road created in the first 3 stages as we drive to the end for the last delivery. This is a trick that many people use for delivering large numbers of logs. You can use the sideboard trailer for short, medium, or long logs. Here's another type of logging truck. This one is for long logs. I'll show you what you need to do with this. This one is outfitted with a log carrier front. There are several trucks that can do front ends for long logs too. Here's the log carrier rear that we want for this truck to get long logs. I'm going to head over to the log station and I'll show you what that looks like. When you're getting long logs, you want the trailer and the truck to be fairly straight with each other. So we would straighten it out like that, and then we can load long logs onto the truck. There's one more thing about the Aramatsu Forester. You may need a logging crane for whatever task or contract that you're doing. And you can outfit this with a logging crane. The logging crane on this truck is a little bit different than on the other truck that I showed you. So let's go take a look. With a logging crane, we can actually load this truck manually if we want to. And for some reason, the game tends to recommend having a logging crane even when you don't necessarily need it. So you can see we can load medium logs directly into the truck, or put them on the loading platform and then use the crane. Now this is different. Look at the cab actually turns around, which is kind of neat. But this crane is actually not as good as the other one, in my opinion, because it's limited on where it can go, because it tends to hit the sides of the truck. I'll show you what I mean. Ooh, gee, I dropped a log. Okay, watch this. See, the arm of the crane is getting close to the spines of the truck itself. That can often interfere with what you're trying to do when you're using the crane. So this crane is actually a little bit harder to use in some situation than the other one. You see, that is showing us that it's green when I put the log in there. So the log has pink on it right now because it's up in the air. It's not ready to be low. It's not ready to be packed. Oh, that's not good. We'll flip it the other way. There we go. They're all green. So that's another way to load logs by using the crane. To review, we've talked about using the Aramatsu, which is a very good logging truck, but it struggles if you are pulling a loaded trailer. We've talked about using a different truck that has a logging crane and it's pulling a sideboard semi-trailer, and you can load it with logs, short, medium, or long. We also talked about using a powerful truck like the Plaid 450, and using a different trailer like the futon trailers, which are new and much better to work with. That's tips and tricks on logging. Thanks for watching. See you next time.